Hello everyone, Irini Hara streaming from Oslo in a new episode of the Tales from the Womb podcast, following up our beautiful online women festival that was held between 6th and 8th of March this year. And today I bring you another guest of the festival, Anna Eggermont. Welcome, Anna. Nice to have you with us.
You?
And Anna has been a facilitator and a prenatal yoga teacher for 8 years. And she loved her own births. And that's why she decided to share her experience with other women so other women can trust in themselves, in their bodies, in nature, in the baby, and meet the goddess within. And during these 8 years, she got more and more interested in birth itself, doing different trainings like spinning babies, dancing for birth, BIA-Doula-training, womb awakening path, massage training in Bali, alchemic body-work, and others. As a profession, she was a preschool teacher and saw how we create our children. And they show us so much so we can learn about ourselves too. The school system unfortunately tries to change them, and she does not believe so much in this way of doing and teaching. So she stopped what she was doing and started working with birth, healing, and massage. There is still a long way to go, so much to explore in this magical world of birth and womb space for her. But for now, she's grateful for her two births and for the wisdom and every gift that she received by connecting with her womb. And she's here now to speak us a little bit about herself too. So I think we are all curious to also know more beyond what I already said about what you like and what your profession was and who is Anna Germont.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Irini, for inviting me. Yeah, there is so much to say. At first, I'm a mom of 3 children who are 15, 13, and 9, 3 boys. So, as the only woman in the house, they really taught me to connect with my with the goddess in me, like, and with my womb to equalize the male part. So they have been amazing teachers. And as they are born and the way they are born, that was my part about in the festival. I really see how they are born. That's the way they deal with life a lot of times. And so I got really interested in the birth imprints, but that's not my that's what drives me. Um, so I don't want to. You can, yeah, work with it afterwards, but I really believe in being there to connect the woman before they give birth, so they don't have to deal with it afterwards. And it's like an amazing gift towards yourself and yeah, and towards your children and the world and all womanhood. So now I've been teaching prenatal yoga, and that's also for me a way to connect women with their body and their babies and make them aware how important birth is and how much power they have in that moment, that they don't have to surrender to medicine, that they have to surrender to life and to themselves and to their womb and to nature. So it has been amazing what being in a circle with women, what happens in there, and like how, yeah, I feel we create another way of birth, a more natural way, a way we don't trust anymore and we are sometimes far away from. So yeah, I love to connect these worlds back together. Yeah, as a massage therapist, it's also bringing the woman back into their body, feel the connection with the baby, and there the magic happens within themselves. So I think a lot of times we try to find it somewhere else, and I really believe it's in ourselves. And I like to facilitate the space, be the space holder for the woman and the baby to connect, and yeah, that happen, or what needs to be done without forcing anything. I'm also an energetic therapist. I just finished though, but I've been doing it for my whole life. I realize, but now I have the degree of it, and I think we're doing it. A lot of women are doing it. So, and that's also so wonderful. Like, don't force anything and just feel in the moment, be in the moment, and listen. Yeah, I I've had a very different life, but I was running all over the place. And I see when I stopped doing that, I see a lot of other people doing it the same way. But you can't believe it till you really trust to do it, and then it's magic is happening. So yeah, and that's what I am doing with the massages, with the prenatal yoga, the doula. It's the same. Just be and support and listen, and yeah, we like to save, but most of the time we just have to be, and then the transition can come by itself without forcing it. Or yeah, it's, yeah, the more I do it, it's not so long I'm doing it as a profession, but it amazes me all the time. Like, I was in a hospital just assisting midwives, but I was there as a doula, not as a midwife. It's very different. But somebody I didn't know, but just be there in the room all the time and just be there, sit with her, massage her if she wants, let her when she wants. That was so amazing. And like, after birth, she was like, she didn't need she didn't think about to do that, and I didn't do the work in advance, but even just at the moment, it made such a big difference. Yeah, and that's wonderful.
Nice. You spoke about the womb awakening path, and this is something that, in my own understanding of this, as I worked on it several years ago, and I'm still working. It's like a continuous walk in life, you know. Many women, all the women, should do this womb awakening path, but I believe that only few are doing, or maybe more and more nowadays, because it became more popular as a whole movement, and also there are many different trainings, and you can do it in many different ways, and so on. For you, as an experience, what has been the most relevant on this path? What's something that you retain? It brought you so much, or helped you transform something important?
Wow. The path I was walking was 9 months, so it's also like a pregnancy. So it brought me in very different layers. Working with the archetypes was very impressive. It was with Mika Antoni. She was also in
The
Feel from the
festival,
Womb.
our guest, yes.
Yes. Yeah, one time we had it about heart coherence, and she brought it to the womb coherence, and I could really feel, wow, that's even stronger. It's like amazing that we have a womb, but that we are connected to universal womb, the black hole. It's also the amazing shamanic journeys she gives are also very, and it's amazing how this path that it really connects with your life, and the path you're walking, it really changes things in your life, and sometimes in advance. I remember one time I could not go on to a live session, but I was in my bathtub, and like something crazy happened in my bathtub, in my womb. I was like giving birth of myself, and I was nursing myself, and it was like, wow, what were you doing like there in France and me here in Belgium? And that was amazing. Even like at the thousands kilometers away, I wasn't, we had this connection, and it was, and then I went to the Qatar region this autumn, and that was also amazing. Also the ceremonies we do, like we had like a bowl of water with salt, and we put a stone in it and just clear our womb, and it's so easy. You don't need a lot. It's awareness and connection and
connection and energy.
Sorry?
Energy too, the way it moves.
Yes. Yeah, like having my period is so different, and now I offer my blood to the plants and nature, and the connection is so, I already had a connection, but it made so much stronger, and like the feeling you're not alone. Sometimes you think you feel weird or something, you want to do something like painting with your blood, and like in the Qatar region this summer, I went there by myself and I was painting with my blood on the rocks and with the leaves I found, and I was like, wow, that feels so powerful. Yeah,
it connects you to nature, and that connection is powerful too. Yeah, beautiful. Have you felt challenge on this path into something that you wanted to do, or maybe something that you thought that you cannot do?
I had a long time not actually, before being a prenatal yoga teacher, I wanted to be a doula, and I was scared. Even with the massage therapy, I was scared. I feel like a pregnant body, it's so much wisdom. It's so pure. It's so like energies of the baby and the mom. And I didn't want to interfere because I thought I could do something wrong. So that's why I went to Bali to do my training, because here in Belgium and all over the world, it's like 2 days or 4 day max for a prenatal massage course. And I think that's not enough. But also now I know, by making this step, that I just can trust the intuition, the connection, that it's the most important. So I think I really had to connect first with myself, and that's, like you say, an ongoing process. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, you built up trust with experience too. So more you experience, more you get advanced on this path. You will be more confident even. I think so. It happened to me too, that at the beginning I was not sure if I was doing the right if the conditions were the right one, if I was in the right energy and things like that. But with experience, then it flows better. It's what I notice about myself. Beautiful
You have to be
experience.
brave.
Yes, we always need to be brave in everything. I mean, it's life. We need to be brave in life in general. So you were part of this festival as one of the guests, and not sure if you follow all the sessions, but in your experience, as you also work with women and circle and gatherings of this type in your workshops and when you do yoga, what is the main value that these activities of women with women for women bring to the world? Because in my opinion, it's something that we need very much. But I would like to know yours.
Yeah, I really believe we need that so much. And I think the most difficult step is like to go to one of these circles, and once you felt it, you feel like, ah, yes. So with this festival, I also was scared, like it's an international, it's online, like we had like these internet troubles here, like I'm not very technical, but it's so amazing to see people all over the world working with the same subjects, and even we are in the same field. We have that's also one of my difficulties. Like there are so many people doing this already, but everybody is doing it its own way, and that makes it unique, and that's why you're valuable, and everybody is valuable. So yeah, I was really amazed by how many ways you can experience the womb, how you can connect with the womb, and n- nothing is better, or sometimes you feel more connection, but even then, when you don't feel the connection, it's very interesting. Why does I don't feel it, or how can I connect to that part? And what, yeah, so I think it's very, very interesting to hear different women from different fields with the same subjects. Yeah.
And there were also
um
with different level of experience. And that was
yeah,
also richness for this festival, because I didn't limit only to those who are already more advanced, you and also Charlotte, who are like starters, to stay like that, were part of it. And each of you brought beautiful offerings. I enjoyed all of them. Actually, for me, that I was all the time in front of the computer, I got so much, so much energy, so much content. I was really like filled with everything. Um, have you been challenged as a facilitator in a women's circle?
hmm. um I think what I like actually in a circle is there is like no teacher and no student, that we are all the same birth, and that we can really learn from each other. And I feel that all my life, and I didn't understand why other people don't get it. So I can really feel that. And I think that's really amazing. Yeah. And I really liked also, Irini, how you made like 3 days with three parts, like, and it was a
Progression.
whole cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, it was related with all these phases of the woman life. Yeah.
Yeah.
You brought a very interesting offering that touched also in other topics that have been presented in the festival, and you brought very much your personal experience of it. Speaking about these birth imprints, would you like to share with us what was this intervention of yours, what a birth imprint means, and what kind of knowledge brought to the festival?
Um, the most important thing that I feel it's like you have like a blueprint of who you are, you in your soul, and you make like imprints during life. And one very you have an imprint conception, you have imprints when you into the womb, when you connect with the womb, and the first one, like really being born on earth, like coming through the out of the womb through the birth canal, like the way that happens makes like a big part of you, and it can affect your life. Sometimes you don't know why you make certain decisions, or you get angry on some things, or like some things don't work. And it's a lot of times, if you go back to birth and if you look to how was your birth, and it's really amazing that not a lot of people know how they are born. Me too, I had to ask. And also, yeah, it is the experience of your mom or your dad, or a midwife who was there, if you can still have connection with them. But sometimes you can really discover that some parts of you are you. But some things, it's just because the way you were born, so it's not really you. And then you can relax on it, hold it, and then it can change, it can transform into the more you in your blueprint, in your soul. If we can connect these parts in ourselves, within ourselves, we can become more connected to our soul mission, and don't get interfered with things we learned in life. And it's good. It's not something who has to go away. It's something who brings you more to the real you. So it's nothing who is sabotaging us. A lot of people are, I want to get rid of it. No, it's just life who is inviting you to become more the way you are. Yeah.
Yes. And I remember you spoke something about your three children and how they were born and how different they are because the way they were born. I'm not sure if one of them was a C-section or not.
No.
You had the natural birth. Because mine, for example, my son was born with a C-section. And I know that this can interfere also with the way he takes life, because this also is from family constellation and trauma therapy, the methods I work with. There is content about this kind of birth because it is considered traumatizing birth, although the child can be very well and it's a quick birth, and I was quite well at the beginning, and then the suffering started after with the wound and everything. And my son was born with a C-section, very quick delivery, 30 minutes in a surgery room. But the fact that he didn't go through the birth channel and he didn't have to fight a little bit to feel that push and contractions makes him a little laid back and lazy and very slow to start something. That is what I noticed. And that is related with the way he was born. And of course, there might be other things in his psyche and his development that might present some delays because he's also on this autistic spectrum. But in any case, only reflecting on this, I already got to know a few years ago about this, and I can see more he grows up that it still sticks with him. It's like a pattern of behavior that he has in his own development. And probably he can decide later, because I think it's still early. He's only 13, almost 13. If he wants to deal with this and do therapy and see how to release certain energies that might also be not so positive for his own development. But I think that what you say is really valuable, and many women who want to become mothers or are mothers should know about this. because it's, as I said, it's a complex reality, the birth, and more traumatizing is, more influence will have on the evolution of the little being into adulthood. And also it can impact many times the relationship between mother and child. And it's a very good subject to bring up, because it happened the third day of the festival when we were dealing with the topic of the birth, giving birth to the festival. And what I also remember that was really touching for me is that you became, through this offering, you also guided a meditation, and we created our own womb before getting out into the world. You became the doula of the festival. Humble. Actually, when you realize, you said, wow, I didn't think about it.
Me either.
That was very interesting. A very good feeling, actually, because it doesn't matter the age, as long as you carry the energy of that happening, of the birth, of supporting the birth process, also in a kind of more metaphysical way, because it was a festival, not a real being, but we were all together in an online container. You carry that energy and you apply it in this metaphoric way, to say like that. So how do you feel about it now that you think, oh, this happened?
Yeah, I'm very grateful. And yeah, you said it a few times already. It touches my heart all the time, because I'm never aware of these things. So it happens so natural. I was also very touched about, yeah, somebody who said we've been to the womb so many times as festival, and this is like a unique feeling. And I was like, wow, that's like crazy that I can create that. Like all these women with all the wisdom, and it, yeah. So yeah, it has been really nice. I didn't realize that was possible. And also with the closing ceremony, yeah, I entered the festival pretty late, and I had already a weekend booked with a friend of mine. So I was like traveling and being at the seaside and doing a lot of things. But coming back all together and connect, that was, yeah, so wonderful. Yeah, so very important. These very little, like small things, they are, yeah, if we can
They are
be,
precious. Yes. We need to
yes,
recognize and to give them value, because they might seem small, but in reality they make a difference in what is
yes.
happening.
And
And
that's just where the energy then
yes,
goes.
they spread around. Yeah. That is why I placed the intention, and I hope it will go well to do a second round, a second edition of this festival. But this time I'm changing a little bit the format, because I would really like that all offerings for the 3 days are available to everyone who wants to join. So there will be no fee for this next edition. People do not have to pay. There is a Facebook group. I'm going to put it in the description of this episode too, where you can join us to get more information. But the facilitator this time, they will have to support my effort if they want to come together and share also who they are and their wisdom, their experience, because in this way we also can strengthen our circle of facilitators. So I didn't define everything, all conditions, but I will, in due time, I will spread also this information. And I think we're almost getting towards the end of our interview today. But before this, I would like to invite you to, if you have something else to share with those who listen, a pearl of wisdom or just an encouragement, anything you would like to share, you are welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have like every woman connect to your womb. It's such a place of wisdom, of depth you can't imagine. Every time you go deeper, and it's like endless, spaceless, timeless. And if you know pregnant woman, support them, bring them to their womb, bring them to the connection with the baby. It's so important. And birth, yeah, look, if you're interested, look to your own birth, go to your parents and listen. And it's also light work. It's not dark, and dark is not bad. Sometimes you have to go down to go up again, and the deeper we go down, the higher we can go up. So yeah, it's for me it has been an amazing travel, and it's never too late. You can start every day. And I'm curious, actually, like what imprint you find. Yeah, you don't even need a therapist. Just go sit with your birth and feel. And but if it has been very traumatic, it's good to let you support, because safety is so important. So that's why I didn't want to go into birth in the festival, because it's very important to have the safe space and the individual. Yeah, you can do it in groups too. But yes.
Sometimes feel safer individual session. Depends
Sorry?
on the story. Sometimes feel safer in an individual session with someone only, not.
Yes.
It depends on the story, depends on the personality, and yeah, it's complex. But indeed, thank you for this advice. We should all know something about our birth. Explore if you don't know. If you want to know more, you can actually connect with Anna, and she can also guide you inside your womb and discover your imprint of birth. Or if you want to have children or you had children, know more about your children too and why they behave or do things in a certain way. Thank you again, Anna. It was very nice having you with us today. I wish you good luck on your path as doula or whatever quality you want to be in. And for those listening, please don't forget to subscribe. You will support my channel, so you can also get notified once you subscribed to Irini Hara on YouTube about upcoming contents. There will be more episodes with other guests in the festival, and also my lectures and meditations or whatever contents I provide. Like and share also if you feel inspired this episode or other contents. And I hope to see you soon, and I wish you a nice spring ahead. Bye, and thank you again.
Bye.